And then I wish nothing else but the best for you. So my message for today is very simple. It's for me to say to you that whatever you expect out of life, you must be willing to make a sacrifice, or you must be willing to give an effort that is an equivalent of that you want out of life. And then the effort that I'm talking about is not necessarily a physical effort, not necessarily. Sometimes can be an effort of you making a decision that you're gonna feel in a certain way. You're gonna be in a certain state that will produce the kind of an internal environment that is conducive for the things that you want to manifest in your life. It's very difficult, hard, or almost impossible to achieve the things that we want when we are not in the same vibrational frequency of those things that we want. You want to be a multi-millionaire, but you consistently feed yourself with things that are not elevating your thinking, or elevating your spirit, or elevating your internal environment to the level where you are fit for those specific things that you actually want. Imagine yourself if you were to go race against Usain Bolt, so to say, right? I believe that you'll be training in a certain way. I believe that you'll be handling yourself in a certain manner. You'll be eating in a certain way. Your training routines and all of that will be synchronous to this great goal of wanting to compete against Usain Bolt, so to say. So I just used an example of Usain Bolt, but the message that I want to give it is that whatever you want out of life, you must synchronize with it on an energy level. Wake up every morning as a person who is about to receive the very things that you want out of life. Don't wake up from your bed as a person who is still trying to qualify to be the person who's worthy of the things that you want. Be that person, and then make sure the behavior is like that, and then the results will catch up with everything and anything that is to do with that energy that you have synced up with. So my message is actually simple. My message is very simple. It's to say that results will always catch up with the behavior. Your results will catch up with the behavior. You want to lose weight? Make sure your behavior is that of a person who's losing weight. You eat in a certain way. You watch certain programs. You listen to certain kind of people. You move in a certain way. You have a different lifestyle, so to say. That behavior, if is something that you do habitually, the results will catch up with it. So this thing of us being obsessed with the outcome or with the results is the very reason why we get ourselves in a depressive mode, whereby we feel depressed that we are not getting what we want out of life. We're not getting the monies that we want. We're not getting the jobs that we want. We're not getting the clients that we want. You want to have certain clients in your business, but you are not taking your game to a level whereby those clients will automatically see that this guy is the perfect fit for us. Each and every level of your life requires a certain level of execution. It requires a certain level of preparedness. It requires a certain level of mastery. Each and every level that you wanna compete at, it requires that. If you are not willing to pay the price of being the best at what you do, then you should not complain or bitch and moan about not having the things that are required by you being that person. I think it's easy enough to think about it in that manner. So yeah, I think I've said enough. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. Your behavior is the most important thing that you should look into. What you do every day, the routines that you've built in your life, those are the most important things. more than the things that you're chasing. Because of the things that you're chasing will start chasing you, will start chasing the behavior all the time. Change the behavior is in your control. Results, they might seem very far-fetched. The outcomes that you want out of life, they might seem very far-fetched. But the thing that is always within your control, that you can do immediately, like now, is changing the behavior. It's changing how you look at life. It's changing how you live life. You can change now to say, I no longer wake up at 8 in the morning. I'll start to wake up at 5. You can change now and say that I no longer sleep at 7 in the evening. I will sleep at 10 because of from 7 till 10, I'll be working on my plans, on my goals, on whatever venture it is that you want to do. You can decide now to do that. Behavioral traits are things that are within your control. What is not always within your control are the outcomes that you want to produce with the actions that you want. Because give you an example, right? You can prepare all the best you can, right? Let's say you go to the field and then plant some seeds and whatnot. It can happen that tomorrow there's a flood and then it wipes away all those seeds that you tried to plant, depending on how deep you planted them, of course. So what I'm saying to you is that you can do almost everything right, but still the outcome not become what you actually wanted, right? It happens. It can rain on your parade. But the thing that you can always control is your behavior. You can always control that. And the results will definitely eventually catch up with the behavior. There is no way you will eat well, train, and then do the right things, and then after a certain amount of time, your body then doesn't catch up with that kind of a behavior. Well, I've never seen it happen. There is no way you will start having certain financial or like spending habits or patterns whereby you don't consume more than you produce, and then as a result you end up being poor. I don't see that happening, because of the results will always catch up with the behavior. Have a lovely one. Thanks. Bye. Cheers, guys.